I don't want to talk about this, but it needs to be talked about. We have to talk about it. And it's not what you're gonna think I'm gonna say. We've mentioned it many times on this podcast, show, whatever you want to call this. Jedrick Wills has me wishing that Greg Robinson was back. And I hated Greg Robinson with a passion. Jedrick Wills might be my most hated
Jesus.
athlete of all time. There's a picture. I think I took a screenshot.
More
Yes.
than Anthony Schwartz? More than Kellen Mond?
Now that's a discussion. That's a discussion.
Mhm.
We'll have to talk about that.
Are we gonna have the roast of Jedrick Wills?
Believe me, we could sit here for the next 8 hours, and I could non-stop come up with stuff to roast Jedrick Wills on. He sucks. He's horrendous. There's a screenshot today. Look, I gotta find this. I have to find this. There's a play where he's not even joking. I'm being dead ass serious. He is turned around, just standing there like he's gonna block. I gotta find this, dude. This is gonna drive me crazy. I think it's Browns Central on Instagram. Had it. I don't know if he posted it as a picture or if it's definitely on his story. Hold on. Just
Okay. No, you're fine. While you're looking for that, I'll just kind of say the only issue with Jedrick Wills, and I think you're gonna agree to this too, with replacing him, is unfortunately, in order to get a guy like Jedrick Wills, you either have to draft him, or if you're signing somebody in free agency, you're paying them ridiculous money. Like Jawan Taylor, for example. Like Jawan Taylor sucks, and he got the bag.
Okay, for those who can't see, I'll put this picture. in the video.
Oh my god! How did I not see this? Oh my god! What? I see
his back. Okay, let's paint the picture here.
Wow.
So Deshaun Watson is rolling out towards Jedrick Wills. Now, in a perfect scenario,
and Jedrick Wills is rolling out towards towards Deshaun Watson.
I'm gonna start calling him Stevie Wills. Stevie Wonder and Jedrick Wills got to be the same person. I don't know if his visor is like completely blacked out or something, but for the love of God, this picture is so funny. I mean, it's not. It's sad. It's not funny at all. It's very sad. Deshaun Watson is rolling left, looking downfield. Jedrick Wills has his back turned to Deshaun Watson and is looking right as a defender is running straight at Deshaun Watson. Jedrick Wills.
That was hysterical.
Jedrick Wills might be the most incompetent player in NFL history.
I wouldn't say that.
He's getting worse. He's getting a lot worse. He used to be competent.
Have you... Let me say this. I agree with you. He's getting worse. And the reason why I think he's getting worse, the NFL is always getting better, and he is not. And that's why he's getting worse. Because he isn't better than the day he walked through the door. But I will say, to say he's like the most incompetent player in NFL history, let me tell you, roll some tape. Oh, you'll like this. Roll some tape of Nathan Peterman and Andrew Sendejo. Like, roll tape on those guys. You might have a different story.
He's so bad. He is genuinely
he is
bad. And it pisses me off because, listen, I sat here and I told y'all that I had a lot of concerns about DeJuan Jones. I did not feel great about DeJuan Jones. Saw him in college. Every snap he took, was not thrilled with some of the things he did, on the field, off the field. And, I think it's important to say a lot of the problems were more so off the field than on the field. And I think people didn't really understand that when I said that. And I'm not making excuses for myself, but that was definitely a flag. But anyway, um, DeJuan Jones, so far, when you compare him to Jedrick Wills, he looks like a first ballot Hall of Famer next to Jedrick Wills. I mean, it is not even comparable. I don't know. I don't
Jesus.
understand why he's so bad. And this is the problem I have. And by the way, we talked about Jedrick Wills, right? He's probably going to be here next year. We picked up his 5th year option. You can't. It's getting to the point where you can't. He's a liability. Every time Deshaun Watson has somebody in his face, you know exactly where it's coming from. It is coming from your left tackle. And unfortunately, I don't have the answer for you. I mean, I sat here during the offseason and I said the Browns should play DeJuan Jones at left tackle. I thought that, but it seems too far gone at this point. I mean, I don't know if you feel different, Tristan, but for me at this point, I'm not moving DeJuan to left. So I mean, what the hell are you supposed to do? Deshaun, thank God he's got legs. Could you imagine if we had like Geno or somebody like that who's just a pocket passer? I mean, we'd be screwed because our left tackle can't block.
Yeah. So the only like if we're being realistic here, like the only way that we're moving off of Jed is if we can sign a free agent who we would be able to bring in on a cheap deal, um, or if we draft somebody in this upcoming draft. The reason why I think Jed's likely going to be here next year, regardless of what we think, is just because it's like I said, you're either paying a guy a ridiculous amount in the free agent market, or what you would much rather prefer with a left tackle, you draft somebody who you can expect to start for
Yeah.
4 or 5 years. So and I'm using Spock Track here, which isn't necessarily the best for like contracts and NFL like player stuff, but free agent left tackles for this upcoming off season, you've got Tyron Smith, Dwayne Brown, Cornelius Lucas from Washington. Wow. Or Donovan Smith from Kansas City. I think if you can get like Dwayne Brown, obviously Tyron Smith, or Donovan Smith, I mean, sure, but I don't know. I don't know if that's realistic. The other thing is, like, Garrett Bowles just came out today and was pretty pissed about Denver's loss. So it's possible you could bring him in. But again, he's getting
Yeah.
paid. Like, he, although next season it'll be the last year of his deal,
Mm-hmm.
and his cap hit. Let's see, cap hit would be 20 mil.
You know what?
So
That's interesting.
you could
That's
get a
very
restructure.
interesting.
You could get a restructure on him. So Garrett Bowles might be one to keep an eye on. But again, there's moves that could be made, but if we're being realistic here, I just don't know as though it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't. I think I said it before on the pod earlier, or like I think the last pod actually. I think the way we get rid of Jed is he plays out his 5th year, walks in free agency, and that offseason we draft a left tackle first round. I just that's how I see it, because then you got 5 more years of control at a low number for a left tackle. I just see it as the most likely opportunity. Wow, Kenny
He's
Pickett.
got legs.
Raiders defense is so bad that they're making him look like
Oh,
Jesus, like I don't know, like he's actually competent. Oh, is
no.
that Yannick?
I just
No,
don't
that's
know
sorry.
if you're Andrew Berry and you look, and especially if this offense keeps progressing the way it has, and Deshaun Watson keeps progressing the way it has, how can we continue? And I'm saying I'll go as far as to say even this season. How can you continue with somebody who's been such a liability? I mean, if the move needs to be made for James Hudson, I don't feel great about that either. But I mean, Tristan, you saw the damn picture. He he can't even be facing the right direction.
I think the only thing that's saving him is how good he is
Oh yeah,
with the run. Because with the run, he's solid. You know, you can trust him against the run. It's just pass blocking. He's so bad. You know, and unfortunately, he just hasn't gotten better. And here's what I will say: I would not be shocked if after this year, Jedrick Wills comes out next year and he has
no,
a
I
great year.
would.
And let me say this. No. Let me say this.
Yeah,
It's a contract year. There are certain players that in their contract year play like all pros, and then they just wither into nothing. So I wouldn't be like completely shocked if Jedrick Wills comes into next year looking solid and has a good year, because again, it's his contract year. There's no way he's staying with the Browns, and he's playing next
yeah.
to Joel
Oh
Bitonio.
yeah,
Like it's the best opportunity he would have to maximize his profits and maximize like what he could get in the because him as a free agent today, he's still getting paid like anywhere from 10 to 15 mil a year. Like, for being real, like he's still getting that today. But if he has a good year next year, there might be some teams dumb enough to give him like
dude.
25-30 mil a
I
year.
feel I
Like,
feel
let me
so
just say
bad.
that.
I genuinely I feel so bad for whoever signs this guy, because you know how fan bases are. They're gonna be like, "Oh man, we got this new left tackle. He was a first round pick." They'll go back and they'll look at his college tape and they'll be like, "Man, he was a dog at Alabama. This is a Nick Saban guy," and
Mhm.
they're gonna get him, and he's going to be hot garbage. And you said it. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the most concerning thing for me is it's not even that he's a bad player. You have a Hall of Famer at left guard right next to you. You have an elite, probably best in the league offensive line coach, and you're not even decent as a pass blocker. I mean, it's
And what's crazy is he's being shown up by
yeah,
a rookie that was drafted
yeah,
in the 5th round, like the 4th round. DeJuan Jones has been a lot better than Jedrick Wills. And here's the crazy thing. So DeJuan Jones, pretty much right off the bat, was a better pass blocker than Jedrick Wills,
mhm,
but just sucked in the run game.
yeah.
He's getting better in the run game. Like today, he had a couple of blocks that were pretty nice. Like, he's getting better. So, where will I mean, it's crazy to think we're only in year one of his deal. Like, he's a 4-year starter at this
Oh
point for
yeah.
us at right tackle, DeJuan Jones. I mean, he, let's transition to this. I mean, the, the, you know, he has been light years better
Mhm,
than I would have thought. And Derek, you and I heard about some off the field concerns for him, specifically, with the Browns from camp and such like that. But it seems like he's gotten it together and he understands. He
yeah.
understands how the NFL works now. Um, and at his size, I mean, that's God given size. It's hard to be absolutely brutal, but to be as productive and as solid as he's been, yeah, we got to give him some props.
And
He's been
shout out
good.
to Bill
He's been
Callahan
good.
too, because this is a guy who came in camp and was throwing up on
Oh my
light
god.
days. So from that to here is boy oh boy. So let's keep moving.